Hey guys, it's CJ again in the eBay building. Got about 10 items I need to pick today. So let's pick some items off the shelf that sold, right? Let's start. Alright, the first item that sold is a vintage collectible 1977 Muppet Sesame Street, basically a dinner TV tray. It's pretty neat. I found this at a local Goodwill for like $1, and it sold for $10, $21.83 including shipping. I thought it was very neat when we picked it up. I don't care if it sold for $5 or if I lost money on it, I would have still picked it up. I'm trying to get it out. There's stuff like behind it. There we go. There we go. Pretty neat. I think it's very cool. Look at there. Oh, Oscar the Grouch, Bert and Ernie, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird. And I don't know if you could see that, if it's coming in or not, but down there is showing the date, 1977. Actually, it says 1971 too. I don't know which one is true or not, but I put 1977. The back side, nice and clean. So a little bit of rust down there, but I told that there was some rust and some dings here and there. So, all right, let's move on to the next item. I'll tell you what, all you eBay sellers who also do YouTube, I don't know how you guys keep your building in such good condition. Maybe it's because I'm a part-time seller. I don't know. I don't have the time to clean up. I basically have a walkway that I got that I could get to everything. I think if I had more time, it would absolutely be in much better condition. But all right, next item that sold is Assassin's Creed on PS3. This is it's a lot of 3. It is Brotherhood Rogue 2, also Assassin's Creed number 2 and Assassin's Creed number 4 for PS3. These sold for $7, $10.83 including shipping. Let's go pick that. Should be, and I say should lightly, be somewhere on this shelf. Oh, I see it back there. Alright. I'm trying to get to it. There's that. And that. Alright, and I set Sesame Street up to where I could set things on top of it. There it is. There's Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So, alright. I just don't know if this thing is going to be good enough to hold. I thought it'd be fun to set stuff on it though, while I have it. Alright, let's move on to the next item. Alright, next item is Splashdown for Xbox. This sold for $4, $7.11 including shipping. This was not the greatest game in the world. It's okay though. I think this came with a bunch of other games, and trying to find it right now. And I think it's right here. And you know, if it sold, so that's good. I mean, I think I got like a bunch of games at one time, and all the games that I got at that time are probably gone. Actually, I know they are. I only have like, well, I just got a bunch of Xbox games in that came with the console that already sold, but minus those because they're all opens. They're disc only. I have two Xbox games, and I think I got like 14 that day, so I'm down to 2 after this one. So I'm down to the games that don't cost that much. And if you see there, I basically sold it for what whoever bought it when they bought it from Hollywood Video. Alright, let's move on to the next. Alright, next video game that sold. The Lord of the Rings Conquest. I said Conquest at first, but it's Conquest. This is for Xbox 360. This game is complete. It sold for $15, $19.18 including shipping. All right, so it's an Xbox 360 game. It's probably one of these, which I only have a few left. This is another big Xbox 360. I think I bought I found a console at a local thrift store, and they also had a bunch of PS1 games and Xbox 360 games. I bought all the PS1 games and all the Xbox 360 games. That made sense. There was a couple Xbox 360 games that just was not worth purchasing. They were either scratched up or they just weren't, worth anything. So I didn't get those. But looks like I've basically have sold through all the Xbox 360 games. I've already sold all the PS1 games. So there's the manual and there's the game. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. All right, the next item that sold is called Lone Wolf number 11. Prisoners of Time Adventure Game Book. Man, I found this at a thrift store. I have a couple other ones that I found too. And I used to read these kind of books when I was young. It's the books where you pick your own, I just sold something. You pick your own storyline, right? And when I was getting them, and I was comping them at the thrift store. It was a thrift store I usually don't go to. I was surprised on if you could find full lots of them. Man, they sell really good, like in the high $100 for little soft cover books. This I only had one of this set. I have another set that has two of them with it. So but you got to look at it this way. I probably have like a dime in this book. But it sold for $5, $8.24 including shipping. So $5, yeah, it's not a lot of money, but it sold as soon as I put it online. And it also, killed the cost that it was that I bought it for. I paid a dime for it, and it sold for $5. That's a great that's a good return on my profit. All right, so that's it. I think it's pretty neat. I used to read these all the time. I don't remember if I read like Dungeons and Dragons type role-playing adventure game books, but I remember reading these. If you find them out, pick them up. They look to be very good buys. All right, let's move on to the next. All right. So the next item that sold is pretty cool item. This is a vintage 1950s Japan bartender bar, quote, bar is open, unquote. He has a red nose that lights up. He's ceramic. I bought him from a Goodwill, which I paid up a little bit for it at Goodwill. I was surprised the cost of it. It was like $10. But he sold for $40. $51.79 including shipping. So let's pick him. This is an item my wife absolutely did not want to sell through eBay because he's so fragile, especially his little nose. That's like the original bulb that came with them from the 50s. And she is so afraid that his little nose is going to break on delivery. And, I don't blame her. I didn't want to put him up on that. But check him out. Pretty cool. He's got some fading. Not really fading, but paint chipping on his nose there. There's where it says bar is open. But how cool is that? And it works. We actually plugged him up. The light in his nose still lights up. So pretty cool item, man. Especially for $40. Who would have known, right? All right, let's move on to the next. All right, so one last thing about that vintage bar is open guy. We were going to put him in our antique booth. He just sat around in my building and sit here. And finally one day I was like, I'm just going to put him online. and he sold that quick. So he would have probably sold quick at the antique booth too. Oh, and let's do a quick update about the antique booth. So it's been up and running now. What will be a full week? I don't think it's been a full week yet. I think Friday is a full week. I've already sold a bunch of NES games. I've also sold my first console there, which is awesome. So I'm happy there. I have kind of an idea. I want to keep at least 5 consoles out there at a time, and I'll replace games periodically. I usually do I'll usually find like a big bulk buy of video games, and they're usually the same console games. You know, like I'll do a big PS2, big NES, but I have already sold the Nintendo that I put out there, which was a really cool system. It came with the power pad. It had, if you've seen the video, you might have seen it out there, but it came with the power pad, the zapper, 2 controllers, track and field, Mario and Duck Hunt on one game. So I was happy for that sale. I replaced that Nintendo with a Xbox One. So my idea is I have a little space inside the antique booth that is very open, and I want that to be my big ticket items, and then I'll have, you know, cheaper consoles to the far left of that. I've already set up my gaming area. So what I did is every week I will change out the system, but I put a TV out there. I've hooked the TV up to a gaming console. This week it's been the Nintendo 64, and I set the controller out. And what people could do is they could walk up, they could play the Nintendo 64, and, you know, hopefully that'll pull people in while they're playing it, or they might entice them to buy the Nintendo 64. So it's been fun. I have a few items that I'm wanting to put out there that I have stored away. Right now, I just did an Xbox Classic buy, but I might put that on eBay because they sell so quick on eBay. I have a PS3 that I am not happy about. The person who sold it to me said it was working. I get it home. It has a disk drive issue, but I'll work on that and fix it. I have a couple PS2s I need to put out there, but I already have one PS2. But then the next cool item would be this Game Boy system here. So this is, let me pull it out here. You guys get a good look. So it has the Nintendo Game Boy case, and then inside of it, it takes a little bit of effort to get inside, to be honest with you. So we'll see if I can't do it one-handed. There we go. It has the Game Boy there, Game Boy Warzone. I don't think it has a game in it. No, Game Boy Warzone manual for WWF. This is the battery pack. This is a magnifying glass, and I believe this is, I'm not really sure what you use this one for. Oh, for sound. I think it's for better speakers. So this would be another big ticket item that I plan on putting out there, but of course I will put it out there once other stuff sells. So I don't want to rush and put everything out there at once. I want to show new items as other items sell. I want people to stay fresh, basically. So that's my game plan. But anyways, let's move on. Sorry, that was a little bit of a 4-minute ramble there. Oh, let's ramble a little bit more. So also, speaking of Nintendos and such, all those games from my last video, you remember I did a mystery box opening that had 12 games. I got 1 left. That's how quick those games sold. Those were very good games. And the 1 game I have left is basically the common. It was the only common that was in the group, which is ice hockey. I'll probably put that out into the antique booth and just let it sit and put a price tag, $5 price tag on it, let it sell, right? So, anyways, the next item that sold is vintage He-Man parts. This is a lot of bodies, heads, legs from the original 80s. So what I did is I did a big vintage He-Man action figure buy. Within those vintage He-Man action figures was a bunch of put together action figures. And I sold that whole lot. There was like 30 of them or 20 of them. I can't remember, for roughly like $200. I bought them all for $100. So I already doubled my money off of that sale. Well, then I had all these action figures that they may have had the head on that didn't match the body or the legs, or they were missing a leg but had the arms, you know, parts and pieces basically. And originally my son, my youngest, was playing with them, and he stopped playing with them. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can't make just a little bit extra more money off of it. So threw it online. It took a little bit longer than what I expected to sell, knowing how fast the other set sold. But this sold for this lot, and I can't remember, and I don't have it written down how big the lot is, but we'll look at it. It sold for $30, $53.03 including shipping. So so that was great. That was a great buy. That's extra $30 on top of making double my money already that the item sold. So one day I don't know if I can get this down without spilling it everywhere. Let's see. There we go. So one day I was going to the antique booth, and there was these young ladies out there selling Girl Scout cookies, and I went ahead and picked up a few boxes for the family, and then I saw that they had a bunch of boxes just sitting there off to the back. And they've cut them up, you know, cut the tape off. We kind of folded them nicely. Asked if I could have them. They gave them to me. So, they're good for shipping things. So I used it this one time to put stuff in. But, you know, for example, this guy has like a blue head in real life. He's missing a little thing there too. But and I think he whips like that. Let's see this guy. I know his head is not a B. There's a couple little just body parts in there too, or armor parts. This is actually Prince Adam, so that's not the right head neither. And this guy was really cool. He had his weapon, and this is the one where it's like, I think he changes his eyeballs out or whatever. But he had his weapon and this little piece here, but his head was broke. It's broken too. I could have glued them, but you know, I would have still had to have sold them as parts. But he's really, really cool. I don't know if he is actually from original. No, it looks like he's 2001, but I'll put him in here with this lot. But there they all are. So that's a good sale. Let's move on to the next. All right, the last item that sold, I sold one item while we were sitting here making the video, but they haven't paid for it yet. This is a very wicked book. Wicked. It's called, this is play on words, Wikipedia. It's a modern day White Witch's Guide, Volume 1. Very strange. I kind of looked through it just a little bit ago just to really get an idea of what's all in the book. I don't know. It just seemed like weird stuff. But I bought this book the same time I bought the other book that sold the create your own storybook. So I got this one for like a dime as well. So turning out to buy a couple, I usually buy books in lots, you know, like series. That's good to buy one book and it sell for a few bucks, especially when you're getting it so cheap. But this book sold for $8, $11.76 including shipping. So let's go ahead and pick this last item off the shelf. This spooky book. Let's see what it looks like here. Pretty nice looking cover book, but written by Sean Robbins and Leanna Greenway. So, it's a newer book. So, yeah, I almost got retail for it. I sold it for $8. It's selling for $14.95, and it's a newer book. So, it's in really good condition. Ooh, I don't know. Is there? Hold on, let's look. Did somebody leave a page up? So somebody left a bookmark in it from Wicked Good Books in Salem, Massachusetts. What? So this book was bought in Salem, Massachusetts. Oh, that's weird. And it being from the Wicked, it's a witch book, a White Witch's Guide. Very interesting. Anyways, let's put that down here. Let me fix all this up, make it look good, and we'll say our goodbyes. Hold on. All right, I got everything sitting out. I really like I know it's a light day, but this is only 1 day's worth of stuff, and the day's still young, so still got time to sell some stuff. But I like the plethora of things I've sold here. I've really got it sitting out now and enjoying seeing everything that's sold. Typically, it's like a 20 game pile of video games over here, and maybe a book or two, but a lot of vintage, different stuff. I like this. So anyways, here's the Sesame Street dinner tray, vintage Sesame Street dinner tray. I decided to set all the He-Mans out, or the He-Man action figures out, where you guys get a good view of them. There they are. Then there is the Assassin's Creed games back there, the 3 Assassin's Creed games. Splashdown on Xbox. Lord of the Rings Conquest for Xbox 360. There is the Prisoners of Time, your role-playing adventure game for a book. Your creepy Wikipedia book. I don't know if it's not really creepy. I mean, some people, that's what they're into. I'm not shaming that at all. Pretty cool, actually. And then, to me, the coolest item is the Bar is Open vintage bartender, I guess he is. I don't know. So that's everything, guys. Thank you for watching. I got some cool stuff coming up. I got a very cool video planned. I wanted to throw this out there, this video out there, just to get a what's sold on eBay done while I'm planning and prepping for my next video. This next video, it'll be fun. It's going to be funny. A lot of stuff going on. Also, going to be showing a new business venture that I'm going to be going down. So excited for showing that. I'm really excited. I'm one of those people who can't wait to do things, but I'm still waiting for pieces and parts to come in. I got some of it. I'm still waiting for some more. So once I have that, it's all ready to go. I'll share that with you guys. Have a fun idea in mind on how to present that on video as well. So stay tuned for that. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. All those fun things. Click the notification bell. Some of you are. I've been noticing that more people who are subscribed to me are watching than that are not subscribed. I'm still trying to build those subscriptions up. So as I build that up, maybe you guys continue watching and I will get a lot of views. So anyways, thank you very much. I love all of you. And see you next time.